Hello and welcome. I'm Lauren Lewis with Power for Parkinson's. Welcome to our Young Onset Circuit Training class. It is 2022. Welcome. Happy New Year to all. I hope you're ready to start the new year fit and strong as well as I am. So before we get going, let me just remind you, for those of you that are new or just coming back to us, this is meant for people with young onset Parkinson's disease, people with mild symptoms of Parkinson's. You're going to need to be able to exercise for an hour safely. We will be getting on and off the floor, so I hope you're comfortable with that. Please make sure you have a chair or you're exercising in an open area but near a wall for safety and balance if you need that. For today's class, you'll be needing some weights. You can use weights, you can use cans, you can use water bottles, or you can do the exercises without anything and just follow the motions. They're all good, and I promise you will get benefit from all of them. The other thing you need to know about this class is that it is symptom-directed. By that I mean all of our exercises will be working on large muscle groups to give you a full, great workout, but all of our exercises also will be focusing on a symptom of Parkinson's disease, working on slowing, delaying, and possibly bringing back some motions that may have been diminished because of the disease. So that said, let's find our positioning in a room. Let's get warmed up and started. We're going to start off with an easy march in place. We want to get our limbs and our body warmed up. So here we go. We're going to put on some music and get going. All right, marching right, left, in place. The warm-up is really important. If you're not going to join me in this warm-up, please make sure in your house, in your wherever you're working out, that you are warming up on your own. You want to make sure that you're getting safe and ready for exercise. You don't want to just jump into it. Get those limbs and joints prepared. 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Let's add some arms. We're going front. Let's bring those arms overhead for 8. How about to the side? Here we go. 8. 2 steps to the right. 2 steps left. Again. Keep going. A little reminiscent of the 80s, huh? All right, so what? 4 more. Last 2. Get that heart rate moving. Last 1. All right, we're going to do some modified jacks right here. We're going to go right center, left center. Right center, left center. Out and in. Arms to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep those legs, arms are nice and big. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring those arms back to the side for 8. Overhead, last 8. 7. Last 4, 3, 2. Let's do some knee lifts. Bring those arms straight ahead. 4 more. Last 2. And 1. Arms overhead. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's bring those arms underneath the leg to force those legs just a little higher. Double legs, double. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2. Back to singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. All right, hopefully your heart rate's nice and high. Not too high, but it's gotten up. Good, let's get that heart rate down now. Arms overhead, inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Arms overhead, nice and easy. Bringing that heart rate down gently. You never want to just stop from cardio. Last 1. And release. Good, walk it off, grab some water, and we'll get ready to go. So as I said, it's a circuit class. We'll be doing 6 exercises in a circuit, each one for 1 timed minute. After we finish our 6, we'll take a little break, do the 6 again. The first time we're going to be learning the exercises. The second time we'll be focusing more on the symptom that we'll be focusing on. And the third time we're going to add a cognitive challenge to it. So get yourself ready to go. Okay, so for our first exercise, we're going to be doing a full body exercise, getting all of our large muscles involved. We're going to get down on the floor and do a plank, either a high or low plank with a hip tap. What I mean by that is here. Coming down, I'm going to show you the low plank first. I'm on my elbows. Body is in full plank position, meaning my shoulders, my hips, and my legs are all in one long line. From here, I'm going to widen my legs, make it just a little more stable. Reach and tap your hip without moving your hips. So watch out for that swinging and swaying. You can also do this with your hands directly underneath your shoulder and tapping your hips. I find standing high on my hands as opposed to my elbows a little harder. So keep that in mind, see which one works for you. The other alternative is you can do this on your knees, a nice long plank here, holding your body tight, still working all the same large muscles. Or another great option is using the chair or a couch, getting hands high or low. Again, same thing, all the same positioning, but staying here and tapping each hip evenly. Again, we're working on hip stability, working on shoulder strength, abdominal strength. We're working on back strength as well. So this is a full body exercise. Let's put on our 1-minute timer and our music. Let's start our circuit. Legs nice and wide. You can make it harder by bringing your legs together. Start wide so you understand the exercise. Here we go. Pull your belly tight. Concentrate. Do not move. Just tap those hips. Looking straight ahead. Don't squeeze your neck. Pull your belly in. Here we go. How you doing? This is hard on your wrists. Watch this. It looks very impressive, but it is not any harder. Use your fist. Almost done. 5 seconds. And done. All right. Whenever you get up the floor, you want to make sure that you don't drop your head and get up upside down. Take one leg, your stronger leg. Most of you, it's your right leg. 90-degree angle, hands on your thigh, lift up with your head above your chest. That takes care of our first exercise. Moving on. Our second exercise is a leg exercise. You can add weights or not, depending on how strong your legs are or how strong you want to become. It's a back lunge, staying low into a cross lunge, back lunge stand. So what I mean by that is I'm going to grab my chair here for balance and support for safety. I'm going to bring it right over here just to make sure that I'm safe. I'm going to start off with my right leg, go into a back lunge. A back lunge is a full 90 degrees in both legs. 90, there's that number again. We're always talking 90. Safe. 90 in both legs, that's our back lunge. Then we're going to take this into a cross lunge, staying low. Now my leg, I'm in a curtsy or a cross back lunge. Then I go back into a back lunge and stand. Other side, back lunge, cross lunge, back lunge, stand, back lunge, cross lunge, back lunge, stand. You're going to love this one. Those legs are going to be loving you. Let's give it a minute and try it out. Here we go. You can hold weight, as I said, either way, making sure your chest and shoulders are up. Here we go. And go. Back, cross, back, stand, back, cross, back, stand. Go at your pace, not mine. Stay low. We're working those quads, strengthening those legs. Glutes on the cross, quads on the back lunge. I like to keep my hands in front for balance. It allows me, or reminds me, not to bow, not to drop my shoulders. Say it to yourself. If you need to remind yourself, remember that cross is important. So you're not just lifting the leg, you're going to a cross. Nice big legs. Get that leg behind you to 90. And great job. Heart rate is up a little. Well, that's because we're using all those large muscles. Good for you. Not really all that cardio, it feels, but once you get those large muscles going, it sure does. The next exercise is upper body. We're going to grab that weight. You only need one weight for this. This is a chop with a circle overhead. So what I mean by that is you're holding your weight. You start off on one side, start low. I'm going to bend my knees a little. Start here, low. Swing that weight over your head, all the way up and around, and drop it to the other side. Now I'm on my left side. Swing it up, big circle overhead and down. We're working shoulders, we're working upper back, and we're working core, torso, core, obliques, because we're twisting in that chop. So get a few in there to warm up. Let's put our music back on and get going. Here we go. Knees are bent, legs are slightly pointed. And notice I'm standing up on the circle and come down. Big chop, cross. Standing tall, make sure those arms are overhead. Try not to lift your shoulders up. Pull your shoulders down when you do this. Pull them down while you're lifting. That'll really engage that upper back muscle. Depending on how much weight you have, you really get into those shoulders. All right, almost done. I love this one. It just makes me feel good. And done. Nice job. I'm going to drop the weights now and hit the floor for our abdominal exercise. The next exercise is all about strengthening our core, our abdominals. So we're going to do supine, which means facing upwards, supine leg drops, and there's a lot of variations on this. This is about working your abdominals and your lower back. You're going to push your lower back into the floor by pulling your belly button down. I'm going to start off with the hardest one, which is legs up, straight ahead at 90. I'm going to lift my shoulders off the floor and one leg at a time drop to the floor. I want you only to drop as low as till you feel that little tug in your lower back. If you go lower than that, you're going to strain your lower back, or your lower back will come off the floor. You don't want to do that. Keep that lower back on the floor. You can also do this with your arms out to the side and your head down. You can also do this with your legs bent. Drop one leg at a time. Again, always forcing that lower back to the floor. Do what works for you. We're going to do it for a minute. Find out what works best and really work. Here we go. Abs tight. Try not, although they're called scissors, try not to make it too fast. We don't want to cut real fast. We want to go kind of slow so that we're really making this muscular, really getting into those ab muscles. We're working right here, for those of you that care, we're working on that six-pack. I gave up on my six-pack a long time ago. I just want to have tight abs. Pulling tight, looking up. Try not to squeeze your neck. Again, a variation would be right here. Even if that, if you're still feeling that in your lower back, start here and just drop one foot at a time. That's another great variation. As long as you're pulling your belly in, you're working your core. All right, almost done. You feeling this? I love this one. I love them all. They're all my babies. And done. All right. Bring those knees into your chest. Roll yourself up. Get onto all fours. One leg in front, keeping your head above your chest. Your heart rate's up. You want to be safe. And lift. The next exercise is a upper body exercise again. We've gone upper, lower, upper, lower. So now we're going to grab two weights. We're going to do a curl and press. By that I mean a bicep curl. So your arms are here or here. It's okay if you curl, if your palms are facing in or up. A curl, one curl, starting here, down, and then the press. We're going to do one arm at a time. Press, curl, press. So we're alternating arms, but for those of you that want to make this a little more fun, and by fun I always mean challenging, I'm going to ask you to curl and lift your opposite knee now. We're working on balance as well. Curl and lift. And because we're holding weights, you're also working on your leg strength. You're standing on one leg with an extra weight in your hand. We're going to put our music back on, working on full body, legs, shoulders, and biceps. Here we go. So much for all that big intro. I got it now. And if you're lifting that knee, try to bring it at 90 degrees, keeping that knee safe, directly in front. Pull your belly tight. You may want that chair nearby for balance and safety. You also have to remember which arm you went up. A lot to remember in this one. Full body, here we go. Try not to speed up too fast. Don't let momentum do the work. Let your muscles do the work. Almost done. And done. All right. Nice job. So we've got 6 exercises down. The last exercise is our cardio round. We're going to do jump squats. Now, when I say jump, I don't mean you have to jump, but you do have to move quickly, like as if you were jumping. So a squat is a seated and invisible chair position. You're in this invisible chair. Your knees are not over your toes. We're not here. We're sitting way back here, and you can jump up or come down and come here. There's lots of variations as long as you're moving quickly. We want to stimulate all those sensors in your brain to move quickly. So you can go out and in, out and in. You can go out and up. You can just go really quick. Whatever it takes to go. We're going to put our minute on. We're going to just do jump squats of any form you can. Here we go, 1 minute. I'm bringing myself up to my toes instead of jumping. That's another alternative I didn't mention. But I'm definitely going to get my heart rate up, I promise. Sit back. Try a bunch of different variations. It makes it a little more interesting. This is when that minute gets really long. 5 seconds. All right, don't stop, walk it off. Don't stop, walk it off, walk it off. Grab some water. Keep that heart rate slowly coming down. You never want to just stop. That can bring blood to your head and cause possible dizziness and put you at risk. So let's take it down nice and slowly. Deep inhale, slow exhale. All right, so we did great. We did it. We did 1 full round, 6 exercises. These were tough. These are all advanced. This is a tough class. Guess what? We're gonna do it again. This time, let's focus, now that we know the exercises, let's focus on why they're beneficial for Parkinson's. First exercise is that plank hip tap. The benefit here is we're working on balance. Balance is one of the most common symptoms people feel with Parkinson's, loss of balance. So what we're doing here is stabilizing the hips, forcing those hips in place, stabilizing. What we're also doing is crossing the midline and going to the opposite side. This is important for normal gait. And when you work with your opposites, right, left, right, you're much more balanced and less likely to fall or trip. So let's get ourselves down to the floor again. You can use your chair, you can get on the floor, concentrate on really working, stabilizing those hips, working on balance. Here we go. I'm going to pull my belly in really, really tight to help force those hips not to move. I'm also range of motion. I'm looking down. My arms are fully extended. Range of motion. Legs are fully extended, not bent. Think about all these things that Parkinson's affects or diminishes. Think about really exaggerating them, not letting them happen. Try not to lose your balance. Try to keep all your limbs still and straight. How are we doing? Almost done. Takes a lot of concentration, right? And good for us. Come on down, back to our knees. Head stays tall, one leg at a time over. Come on up. Our second exercise is the back cross back lunge. This is all about gait. We're really working on gait. Yes, we're strengthening the legs, which is important for gait, to remind yourself to lift and have the strength to lift and use your calves and your quads. But it's really also reminding yourself to take large, long steps. So in a back lunge, as I said before, this is not 90. We want to really get that leg way back to 90. And then from here, we're going to change direction and up. So we're working on balance, large extended motions. Let's give that a go. Have that chair nearby for balance. Make sure you're safe. Here we go. Think about large steps. Stay down. Change that leg. Move it. Stand up. Don't worry about how fast you go. Work on balance, working on staying down. Large steps. Stand tall. How are we doing? I love this one. I do this one on my own, believe it or not. It's coming up. Yeah. Almost done. And yay! I'm going to move this chair out of the way because our next exercise are those wood chops, overhead circles. The advantage or benefit of this for our Parkinson's is we're working on rigidity. Working on rigidity and posture. Actually, two things. Rigidity, we're going to take that torso, which very often can become very rigid. We're going to take that and make it more fluid. We're going to really twist at the torso here. Then up here, we're working on posture. Remember earlier I said keep your shoulders down? We're working on this muscle here. Fun, yeah. We're working on the trapezius muscle, which is the muscle that holds you nice and erect, keeps you tall, keeps you from leaning forward or round, again, making gait more difficult. So really when you're bringing those arms up, open up your chest. Lift those arms, open up your chest, standing really tall, swing it around to the opposite side. Let's put on our music. Think about really lifting and swinging. Here we go. Swing. Go at your pace, don't follow me. Slower, faster. Just make sure you're safe. Push your shoulder blades down. Lift those arms overhead. Swing. All right, just a few more seconds. You feeling this? Here we go. And nice work. Weight goes down, we're hitting the floor again. We're doing those supine leg drops. This is all about strengthening the core. That's really what this is about. The stronger your core, the better your balance will be. When your core is strained, is strong, it keeps you from, if you do lose your balance, if you lean forward or sideways, this pulls you up and keeps you strong. So that's what this is about. It's also, because we're lengthening those legs, we're reminding ourselves to use big, long motions for gait, and strong, straight legs if you can. Again, something that's commonly a common symptom. So let's keep those legs strong and straight, or bent here and straight in front. Here we go. I'm going to start with the modified. I like this one. It feels good on my back. Reach and reach. Pulling down, pull your belly button into the floor. We're working on strength here. And again, you can drop your head, arms to the side, push way and down. Push back down, belly in. 4. Head up, chin up. Try not to squeeze that neck. Here we go. Keep going. You're doing great. That minute can feel really long. I'm with you. Don't worry. I got you. We're in this together. All right, I may feel these tomorrow, and that's a good thing. Sometimes I like to feel a little sore, don't you? Almost done. Not everyone likes that. And done. All right, knees in, roll over, one leg at a time. Make sure your head's up because, again, your heart rate's up. Head's here, leg in front. Bring yourself up. We're going right on to the curl and press. I threw this in not just for upper body, but we're working on balance. We're working on opposites. That's really what the curl is great. It strengthens your arms. It's great. That's always good. But really why we threw this in was and strengthening your shoulders, but it's really good for using opposites, reminding that body to use opposites, and of course balance. So let's practice that. Have that chair nearby for balance. Really, really think about alternating those arms and using opposite limbs. Here we go, starting here. Down, up, down, up. Keep it slow and controlled so it becomes more muscular. Even if you're holding light weights, if you go slow, those light weights become very heavy because you're moving them through space, slowly control. It's a lot harder to move slow than it is to fast. Fast adds momentum, makes it easier. We don't want anything easy, right? We want to earn every muscle we have. You notice when I curl, I don't swing them to my side, I swing them in front. By doing that, I'm adding a little extra core. You don't have to do it this way. I like it because I want to work as hard as I can. And done. All right. Last exercise. We're almost done with our second round. Good for you. You're doing great. Stay with me. The last exercise is our cardio. Cardio is really, really important because we're forcing the brain to move faster, reminding all those sensors in the brain to move faster. Even if you're not jumping, you want to, just moving quicker reminds the brain, activates all those sensors to move faster, and that will help with gait. Again, if you're taking slow steps, hitting those sensors will remind your body to move faster. You can actually, this can transfer into walking, so let's really work on this and really get going nice and quickly. Here we go. Sit back. Remember, it's an invisible chair. Don't sit forward. Reach forward to let your hips go back. Again, I'm just doing some variations of a squat. Coming up to my toes instead of jumping. Great alternative. The other thing you can do is sit and stand on that chair as quick as you can. Just sit and stand. Still activating all those muscles, all those sensors. Stay at your level. Oh, this is a long minute. Oh, 10. Woo! And 1. walk it off once again. Don't stop, don't stop. Keep moving. Grab some water, wipe off. Get ready, our last set. We've still got one more. Don't leave me yet. This is the best one. Get your heart rate down. Get ready, because this is the most fun. Okay. Exercises all stay the same. Same 6. Nothing changes, except I don't want you to think about pushing your shoulders down, where your arms are, pulling your belly in, lifting, straight. Now I want you to think about all of that. I don't want you to throw that out the window. I want you to think about all of that, but in addition, I'm going to give you something else to think about to kind of throw your brain and stimulate it even more. So we're going to start off with that plank hip taps. But now, every time you touch a hip, I want you to think of a dessert that is best served warm. A dessert that is best served warm. Okay, here we go. We're going to put on our timer. Come on down, join me on the floor or on your chair, on your elbows or your hands. Desserts. Starting off with a good one, talking food. You know I love that. Here we go. Hold those hips in place. Dessert. If you can't come up with one every time you touch, just keep thinking of as many as you can. Pull your belly tight. Can you think of enough? Keep going. My foodies out there, I'm sure you can think of a million of them. Almost done. And done. All right, get back on those knees. Keep your head nice and tall, leg in front. Lift up. Woo, shake out your shoulders and your arms. Great job. The next exercise is that cross back lunge. This time, I want you to think of things that you throw. All right, now once you finish with all the kinds of balls, think outside of the box. There's other things you can throw. Okay, I'm going to bring that chair here for balance and for safety. Let's put on our music, our timer, things that you can throw. Get that leg far back. Here we go. Way back. You may want to come up with one every time you stand. That may make it a little easier for you, so you can really think about where you're placing your foot. Either way, we're doing a lot here. Balance. Stay low. Yay. All right. Good. All right. Things that you can throw. Were you able to come up with some things over outside of balls? Did anybody think of a fit? Okay, moving on. We're going to grab those weights. We're going to do our chop with the overhead swing. This time, when you go to the right side, this is really fun, okay? When you go to the right side, I want you to think of a piece of clothing. So here, a piece of clothing. Come up overhead, reach, stretch those shoulders down, pulling your shoulder blades down, arms way up, come down to your left side. On your left side, come up with an occupation, a job. Up, clothing, up, a job, all right? You have to think ahead on this one. Here we go. Reach. Big swing also, don't forget that swing. Open up your chest. Abs tight. And done. All right, was that a little harder because you had to think of two things? Maybe when you try this again on your own, see if you can alternate it and go the other way. Or pick two other things that you can do on your right and your left side, or count differently on each side. You can do this in so many different ways and mix it up each time you do it. All right, our next exercise is the supine abdominal leg drop. This time, what were we going to do? Oh, this time I want you to think of things that are both scary and fun at the same time. Scary and fun at the same time. Now, I know for many of you, they're very different. What's scary and fun for me is not scary and fun for you, so I'm not giving any hints. Just come up with things that are scary and fun at the same time for either you or somebody else. Let's hit the ground. Let's get our legs and back into position. Abs are tight, head up. Here we go. Concentrate on those legs and your lower back. Again, alternatives, knees bent, leg extended, they're all good. Think about straightening those legs if they're in front of you. Head up, chin should be facing your ankles. I'm looking at my clock because this one takes a long time for me. All right, we're almost done. And one, bring those knees back into your chest, release your lower back for a moment, roll yourself up. We're hitting the floor again, one leg in front, hands on your thighs to lift yourself up. Great, grab those weights. We're gonna do the curl and alternating press. This exercise, I want you to think of things that are white in color, things that are white. All right, so each time you raise your arm, come up with one, drop those arms, come up with another one. Every time you come up with your arm, come up with something that is white. Here we go. Lift that leg in front. It's not enough just to bend it. Or you can just come up to your toe. Right here. Same thing. Still stimulating the brain to work on opposites. Are you running out of white things? Guess what? We're running out of time. You're in luck. And done. Nice job. Good for you. All right, we only have one exercise left. It is the cardio jump squats. Usually I just let you jump, just let you go. But this time, I'm going to give you something to think about while you're jumping, while you're squatting, while you're getting that heart rate up. I want you to think of famous people named John. Okay? Famous Johns. Here we go. Are you running out of Johns already? We still have a lot of time to go. Come on. Woo. I find moaning helps. Chest up, head up. Try not to round out that back. I know you're getting tired. Stay with me. We are almost done. Chest up. 10, we're done. Come on. Whew. 5. And walk it off. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a pat on the back. Get yourself some water. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Nice job. Don't leave me yet. We need to cool down. It's really just as important as the warm-up. For the same reasons, you want to keep yourself safe. You don't want to just walk off when you finish exercising without stretching. This is when you're optimal. Your muscles and are best ready to stretch and really get full length of those muscles. We're also getting rid of some toxins that are built up, natural toxins that are built up in your body while exercising. You want to make sure to get rid of those nice and safely. So once your heart rate is down, find a wall, a chair, something for balance. We're going to grab hold of one leg, grab it behind. We're working on those quads. We did a lot of work on those quads today. So let's just hold it right here. If this is a difficult exercise for you, you can take that same leg, bring it behind, still holding on so it does not become muscular. It's stretching. Just going to stretch out that muscle right here. We've done about 10 seconds. Let's do another 5 seconds. Feel good? Me too. Good. All right, switch. Other side. I like to hold with the same hand, not crossing. So I move that chair over. And again, holding on from behind, dropping that knee to the floor, or stretch it behind you. Don't put weight on that leg. Lengthen the leg. We're stretching and lengthening all those muscles. Getting a nice deep stretch in those muscles. Lengthening and getting away from those small, tight muscles. Again, a better way of staying safe. If you do fall, flexibility will always help you. Good, and gently release, sliding all the way up. Let's stretch out your hamstrings and your glutes. We're going to take one leg in front, heel down, toe up, and just reach toward that toe. Just gently, try not to drop your head. Try to keep your head focused just in front of your toe. And again, we're just holding here nice and long. You can drop that toe and get a little more, less calf, a little more hamstring. That's fine, whatever works for you. Hold it right here, slowly and gently roll all the way up. Let's go to the other side. Heel in front, you're sitting in that invisible chair like we did before. So your knee is not over your toe. You're sitting way back, really getting into those hamstrings and glutes. Leaning forward, your chin is facing your toe, not down. Drop that toe if you want to get a little more into those hamstrings, a little less into the calves, and hold. Deep breath in and out will also help. And release. Good. Let's go back to that other leg. We're going to cross over to a number 4 stretch. Your knee, your ankle is over here. If that is a difficult stretch for you, you're just going to sit back, again with your legs crossed. We're going to sit back in that invisible chair all the way back and stretch your glutes right here. Large muscle. We did a lot of exercises with those in the back curtsies, those back cross lunges, and with the squats. So we did use that muscle quite a bit today. Gently and ease, stretch it out and release. Switch sides. I'm going to move my chair once again so I can face you but still get a good stretch. I'm going to cross that ankle, sit back, or knee on the ankle on the knee, or ankle on ankle, sitting all the way back in that invisible chair. Feel those muscles lengthen. Deep breath in and out. This is not the time to be thinking about the rest of the day. This is the time to be thinking about what a great job you did and how good you feel. And what a wonderful way to start the new year, right? Deep breath in and out. Good. Let's just lengthen those arms. Standing nice and tall, palms up. Open up your chest. Lengthening those arms from your bicep curls and your shoulder presses and your planks. Stay right here and think about all the things that the new year, all the good things the new year is going to bring. We're going to be able to exercise a great deal together this year, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity of sharing that time with you. Every year during the new year, I like to think of my New Year's resolutions. Bring your arms all the way overhead and hold right here, nice full body stretch. And my New Year's resolution is the same as it is every single year, and that is to be as strong and as healthy as I was the year before. I don't want to be 20 anymore. I want to be as good and as strong as I was last year, and if I can maintain that, I'm in good shape. Hold it right here, abdominals in, big stretch, we're almost done. reaching a little higher, just a little higher. Deep breath in, and we'll finish with a nice big yay because we did a great job together. Ready? Yay! All right, give yourselves a hand. Nice work. I look forward to seeing you the second Saturday of every month. Have a safe and great month, and I will see you in February. Bye-bye.